are getting hot. We are getting close to Jeddah. Jeddah is coming up this week. We will get to see how these teams have sorted out their last testing situations because let's not be fooled. The first race of the season was legitimately still some testing. I mean, the cars were for the first time put in a real life racing environment situation, a bunch of cars around them. You're really getting pressured by other cars. Did the cars actually hold up to them being able to follow and chase closer? And I believe the answer to that thus far, unless I see different in Jeddah, is yes. I think we saw definitely a good back and forth between Leclerc and Verstappen. I think that we also saw some very good reliability situations with Mercedes. I think all of that showed great. I think that we do have some issues with tire temperatures given the decrease in the temperature of the blankets, plus thinking about getting rid of those next season. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I think we also saw some unreliability situations. I mean, think about it. Red Bull had possibly 2 in the peak retirements. Gasly goes out in flames. Verstappen cries about everything, and he ends up going out due to some type of failure. Still kind of, seeing what all that's about. But tie rod, evidently the steering rods, I believe, were damaged during one of the pits. So, and it happened to happen. It happened to just take place on 44 laps. Whose number is 44? Lewis Hamilton. You read into it how you have. I'm not really superstitious. And then Sergio Perez being a boss. I will give Perez this. Checo stayed out. He went out on his steering wheel, unlike Max, all right? But with that being said, there are some other developments. Big shout out to the Ferrari boys. That's what I'll call them. I call them the Ferrari boys. I'm trying to see where they're going to go this time. Will they make pole? Right now, it's looking good. Now, I love those side pods. Those side pods to me are sexy as hell. Curvaceous. I love them. The next side pods I like the best are Mercedes. All right. I think right now, to me, Red Bull has a very good edge on floor design. But with that being said, it seems like Mercedes has a better edge on everything, seeing how they made pole. They come in on a 1 and 2. And historically, they've done pretty good at Bahrain. All right. So with that being said, we have some power rankings come out. As you see, Leclerc, as well deserved, is at the top with a straight green 10. We got Magnussen, number 2 on this chart. Haas. Now, I said it before, right? I said it not too long ago. I said that Haas, given everything that's happening, I'm looking to see Haas and Williams become mid-tier teams. That's what I was looking for. Magnussen comes in, mind you, he comes in on another seat because they got rid of Mazepin. Magnussen comes in. I love this vet rookie combination. I think it's a lot better for Schumacher instead of having 2 rookies in there. One with the mindset that he, his dad's partial like owner of the team. He thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants to do. All this chassis swapping, that crap was not good for the team. So with that being said, shout out to Haas. Then we have Max, of course, Lewis next. And look at that, Alfa Romeo. Right there in the thick of it, in this right there, which is what we're going to get to. We're going to get to some things with this. I don't completely agree with Carlos Sainz being as low as he is on this chart. I don't completely agree with George Russell being as low as he is on this chart. But with that being said, I really don't have too much problem with the rest of the order. But let's get to the thick of this in. That is Mercedes versus Ferrari power units. What did we see this first week of racing? Well, I'll tell you what we saw. Let's go into it right now. So if we take a look at this, now I'm only worried about top 10, bottom 10. We're going to separate those right there dead in the middle, okay? So with that being said, Ferrari comes in on 1 or 2. So Ferrari has right now 6 cars that are running Ferrari power units in the top 10, all right? Now, if you look at this, you're going to see, who do we have up here? We have Leclerc, Sainz. Then you come down because Haas comes in. They're running Ferrari. Now, I got a problem with this because if you don't, the whole Ferrari Ford battle that happened, Haas is supposed to be an American team, but they're running a Ferrari power unit and they don't have an American one-seat driver. That's a problem with me, but that's not what we're here to debate. Next coming on this list, you got Bottas. Bottas, man, coming in. They're running Ferrari power unit, Alfa Romeo. Then following down there, we come on down. Now, I'm really working on his name. So I'm not going to hack it up. But, hey, big shout out to the rookie from China, first Formula One driver from China. Big shout out to that representing. And then just missing it, Schumacher, also running Ferrari, okay? So 6 cars in the top 10 are running Ferrari power units. 1 car in the bottom 10 running Ferrari power units, okay? So with that being said, what cars running Mercedes? Well, we already know right there, right? We got Lewis Hamilton, George Russell right there. Then following that, we got doo-doo squat. We got doo-doo squat. After that, we got Aston, McLaren, and Williams all in the bottom 10. All right? All in the bottom 10. Now, is this situation going to be something that is attributed to directly Mercedes power units, or is a good bulk of this going to be the individual teams getting a handle on their new platforms? Because Russell Hamilton in the top 10, and by far missing that, you got McLaren, Aston, and Williams sinking badly. The other cars there are running the Red Bull power units, which I don't know where that's going to go. And of course, you got Alpine running Renault, which are smoke bombs to begin with, but at least they're there. And you got Stroll coming in at 12. After that, you got Albon in 13th. You got Ricciardo and Norris right there taking up 14, 15 as a pair. Glad their relationship's going better. You got Latifi, Crash TV right there at 16. Hulkenberg right there at 17. And, of course, we got our DNF guys down there, those. And to be fair, if they were in the runnings for this, they're not looking too hot either as far as power units are concerned. Red Bull had some major failure issues. Gasly catches on fire. Perez goes out on the steering wheel. The car spins out. Supposedly the engine locks up. A lot of people are debating if this is really true. A lot of conspiracy theorists out there think they have another notion. I've heard, Max couldn't finish. They didn't want Perez to really finish. That's not his job. I don't know if that's true. I'm not even speaking it to be true. I'm just saying what I've heard in the comment section out here in these streets. Other than that being said, Max cries for about 7. Matter of fact, Max almost cries for the entire race. Then he ends up going out due to some type of failure. So Red Bull power units right now, not looking so great. Honda was looking good when they had them, and I don't know if this is a situation kind of like the 1JZ and the 2JZ where Yamaha was really involved in making up the 1JZ, not the 2JZ. Toyota just built and expanded off the 1J. Now, is this going to be a situation where Honda decides to leave, Red Bull's taking all this over, and they are failing to meet those standards? Because if you don't know about Honda cars, they are very serious about their tolerances and their checks, as well as Toyota, although they totally screwed the pooch with that supposed to be Supra when it's really a BMW. I'm not going to go into it because I get in my feelings about that. Toyota dropped the ball. Nissan right now is running away with the Skyline. Check the stats. Other than that being said, I really don't know what we're going to see coming up here this week in Jeddah. Also, don't forget, I will be live this Sunday in the finale lap on the channel, live with post-race coverage in a good damn time. We had a party last time. Don't miss that. It happens promptly after the race. I usually try to set the time, so you all can go ahead and set your reminders on there, but I adjust the time depending on when the race ends. You don't want to miss that. So we're going to have this conversation there. Where will Ferrari and Mercedes be on the grid at the end of the race? Will Mercedes cars kind of make an improvement? Will they not make an improvement? Also, is it totally due to Mercedes? Right now, we do see a reliable engine. We see a reliable power unit. None of these teams that we saw had catastrophic engine failure. Okay, so that is a plus. It's leading me to believe, like Mercedes is having a challenge getting a handle on this new design and the things that they've implemented as a team. I think Aston and McLaren and Williams are going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to get a lock-in on their designs, on their implementations, on the body, on the floors, everything to try to bring this entire package together to be competitive and get out of that bottom. I really did not expect to see McLaren and Aston Martin this far down the chart. I had higher hopes for McLaren, especially with Lando and Daniel. I thought they would do a lot better. They haven't been doing great even since testing and practicing. This has been continuity with them. This is something that has been happening with them through this entire stint. So it's not something that's a one-off rate. Right now, it's starting to be the standard for McLaren, which I got to believe the whole team and the guys at the factory are a little bit puzzled and disappointed, but don't lose your morale. Stay motivated. Stay positive. McLaren, I think you could do better. So we'll see what happens. With that being said, you know what I always say, just build it. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.